So this is the update for Tuesday, the 21st of September 2021. And it was 12 dividend payments again today. It was nice. This time it only added up to 26 cents, but that's 12 yesterday and 12 today. It's good. So there was mostly ordinary dividends, but there was one demerger, which I've also found out has no withholding tax. Or sorry, it's a UK stock, so maybe it just doesn't have it at all. And there was 2 returns of capital. The rest were all ordinary dividends. Wasn't bad. So the biggest one was Home Depot. It was 5 cents. Oh, they're from yesterday, yeah. So get straight into them. First was Viatris. Ticker symbol is VTRS. So it's based in the Netherlands, but it looks to be on an American market. Yeah, it's on the NASDAQ, but the company itself is based in the United States. So I wonder why this says the Netherlands. Anyway, ticker symbol VTRS. It's about $13 per share at the moment. And it's in the biotechnology and drugs industry of the healthcare sector. So it's a healthcare company. It's a scientific manufacturing and distribution company specializing in delivering medicines to patients in over 165 countries and territories. Based in the US, has a dividend yield of about 3%, pays a dividend every quarter, and this was an ordinary dividend of 9 cents per share, which is the same as the last one I received. So its quarterly profit margin is negative 6%, and its annual profit margin is negative 5%. Its quarterly debt to assets is about 63%, and its annual debt to assets is about 62%, closer to 63%. And its annual cash flow from operating is 1.23 billion, from investing is negative 301 million, and from financing is negative 605 million. Number 2 is Prudential Financial. Ticker symbol is PRU. It's about $98 per share at the moment. And it's in the life insurance industry of the financial sector. And it's a financial wellness company. Offers a range of financial products and services which include life insurance, annuities, retirement related services, mutual funds, and investment management. Its dividend yield is about 4.28%. Pays a dividend every quarter, and this was an ordinary dividend of 97 cents per share, which is the same as the last one I received. So it only gives the net income. Quarterly net income was 2.16 billion, and annual net income was negative 374 million. Its quarterly debt to assets is about 93%, and annually is also about 93%. Its annual cash flow from operating is 8.37 billion, from investing is negative 16 billion, and from financing is 4.88 billion. Number 3 was Home Depot. Ticker symbol is HD. It's about $334 per share at the moment. And it's in the home improvement industry of the retail sector, or the services sector, but specifically in retail. So it offers its customers an assortment of building materials, home improvement products, lawn and garden products, decoration products, and facilities maintenance, repair, and operations products, and provides a number of services including home improvement installation services and tool and equipment rental. Dividend yield is pretty low, about 2%, pays a quarterly dividend, and this was for $1.40 per share, which is the same as the last one. So its quarterly profit margin is about 11%, and over the last year is about 10%. Its debt to assets over the last quarter is 100%, and over the last year is about 95%. And its annual cash flow from operating is 18.84 billion, from investing is negative 10.1 billion, and from financing is negative 3 billion. Next we have Duke Energy Corporation. Ticker symbol is DUK. It's about $99 per share at the moment. It's in the electric utilities industry, and its segments include electric utilities and infrastructure, gas utilities and infrastructure, and commercial renewables. Dividend yield is about 3.7%. Pays a dividend every quarter. And this was an ordinary dividend of 83 cents per share, which is up 1 cent from the previous one. Its quarterly profit margin is about 13%, and annually is about 6%. Its quarterly debt to assets is about 71%, and annually is about 70%. And its annual cash flow from operating is 8.86 billion. From investing is negative 10.6 billion, and from financing is 1.73 billion. Next we have Prudential PLC. Ticker symbol is also PRU, but this is based in the UK, and it's also in the life insurance industry. So the company offers a range of retail financial products and services and asset management services throughout these territories, and it's international. Asia, the United States, United Kingdom. That's all it seems to mention. So dividend yield is pretty low, it's 0.8%. But it usually pays a semi-annual dividend. But this was a demerger, which was for 45.2 pence per share. And I think I still have the notification. No, it's gone. Doesn't matter. Now I'll find it and I'll put it in the next, probably the video for this evening. I think I took a picture of it, but it was the details of the demerger. So Prudential, its quarterly net income is negative 4 billion, and over the last year is 2.12 billion. Its quarterly debt to assets is about 97%, and over the last year is about 96%. And its annual cash flow from operating is 1.97 billion. From investing is negative 1.19 billion, and from financing is 212 million. Next we have Barrick Gold Corporation. Ticker symbol is GOLD. And actually received 2 payments from Barrick today. One was I think a demerger. No, one was an ordinary dividend and one was a return of capital. So it's trading for about $18 per share at the moment. It's in the gold and silver industry of the basic materials sector, and it's based in Canada. As a gold mining company principally engaged in the production and sale of gold and copper, as well as related activities such as exploration and mine development. Holds interest in 14 gold mines. Dividend yields about 1.77%, and it pays an ordinary dividend every quarter for 8 cents per share. But this was a return of capital of 7 cents per share, but the previous one was 14 cents per share, so it's half of the last one. Its quarterly profit margin is about 14%, and over the last year is about 18%. Its quarterly debt to assets is about 49%, and over the last year is about 50%. And its annual cash flow from operating is 5.42 billion. From investing is negative 1.29 billion, and from financing is negative 2.25 billion. Next was KeyCorp. Ticker symbol is KEY. It's about $20 per share at the moment, and it's in the regional banks industry, based in the United States. It's a bank-based financial services company. Dividend yield of 3.69%. Pays a quarterly dividend. And this was an ordinary dividend of 15 cents per share, which is down 1 cent from the last one. Its quarterly net income is 729 million, and over the last year is 1.34 billion. Its quarterly debt to assets is about 90%, and over the last year is also about 90%. And its annual cash flow from operating is 1.67 billion, from investing is negative 24.72 billion, and from financing is 23.41 billion. Next we have Tyson Foods Incorporated. Ticker symbol is TSN. It's about $75 per share at the moment. It's in the food processing industry. And it's a food company engaged in offering chicken, beef and pork, as well as prepared foods. A dividend yield of 2.74%. Pays a quarterly dividend. And this was an ordinary dividend of 37 cents per share, which is the same as the previous. Its quarterly profit margin is about 5%, and over the last year is also about 5%. Its quarterly debt to assets is 57%, and over the last year is also about 57%. And its cash flow from operating is annually 2.51 billion. From investing is negative 3.46 billion, and from financing is 1.17 billion. Next is the first monthly pair, STAG Industrial. Ticker symbol is STAG. It's about $41 per share at the moment, and it's a real estate investment trust that focuses on acquisition, ownership and operation of single-tenant industrial properties across the US. So dividend yield is 4.54%, pays a monthly dividend, and this was an ordinary dividend of 10 cents per share, which is the same as the previous one. Its quarterly profit margin is 16%, and over the last year is 12%. Its quarterly debt to assets is 43%, and over the last year is about 44%. And its annual cash flow from operating is 233 million, from investing is negative 1.22 billion, and from financing is 978 million. Next is SL Green Realty Corporation. Ticker symbol is SLG. It's about $78 per share at the moment. It's another real estate investment trust and another monthly payer. And it's engaged in the acquisition, development, ownership, management and operation of commercial and residential real estate properties, principally office properties located in the New York metropolitan area. So its dividend yield is about 5%, pays a dividend every month, and this was an ordinary dividend for 25 cents per share, which is down 1 cent from the last one. Its quarterly profit margin is a nice 50%, and annually is 36%. Its quarterly debt to assets is 55%, and annually is 56%. And its annual cash flow from operating is 554 million. From investing is 1.06 billion, and from financing is negative 1.48 billion. And the last one, it was also a monthly pair. Pembina Pipeline Corporation. Ticker symbol is PBA. It's about $31 per share at the moment. Based in Canada, and it's an oil well services and equipment industry stock in the energy sector. So it owns an integrated system of pipelines that transport various hydrocarbon fluids and natural gas products produced primarily in Western Canada. Its dividend yield is a nice 8.62%, and it pays a monthly dividend. But this was a return of capital of 14 cents per share, which is the same as the previous one. So quarterly profit margin is about 20%. Over the last year is also about 20%. Its quarterly debt to assets is about 50%. And over the last year is also 50%. And its annual cash flow from operating is 2.53 billion. From investing is negative 3.91 billion, and from financing is 1.35 billion. So that's it for all the dividend payments. There's a nice 12 payments again, and hopefully Wednesday is the same. It'd be nice to continue the rest of the week like this. But that was it for today, so let me know if you have any questions about any of these, but I've offered basically all that I can. But I hope you find something useful here, and I hope you stop by again soon.